Hello, San Francisco! My name is Abby Johnson, and you know me. I used to work at Planned Parenthood, and I'm now pro-life, 100%, no exception. And you know what? We love quitters. We love people that quit the abortion industry and become unabashedly pro-life. And we've got some shirts we're going to throw out here for you. I forgot my t-shirt cannon. I do it. Throw them. Right here. All right. I want to say a couple things. One, I want to tell you that the ministry that I started in June of 2012 called And Then There Were None, because we believe eventually there will be no abortion clinic workers, there will be no abortion clinics, and there will be no abortions. And we started this ministry in June of 2012, and since that time we've had 93 abortion clinic workers step out of the industry and now call themselves pro-life. We're also today going to be hosting a sidewalk counselor training at 4:30 at the Cathedral, so if you're interested, come on by. But I'm not up here to promote myself. I'm up here actually to talk about Shari Rigby. Who knows Shari Rigby? No? Really? Who saw October Baby? Well, Shari Rigby was an October Baby, and she has an amazing personal story about abortion, and she's going to come up here and share it with you. So thank you guys so much.
Wow. Well, how many did see October Baby? I didn't get to see that. Well, hello. I'm Shari Rigby. I played the birth mother in October Baby. I had an incredible opportunity to be given a script that actually had been written for me 20 years ago. And it's incredible to me how God works that way in our lives. He starts a journey for us and He sees it to fruition, and I can only imagine what He's got in store for the next 40 years of my life. But I was given an opportunity to be a voice and to be a face for women all over this world to talk about being post-abortive. I stand before you today as one of 58 million. I can only tell you that it grieves my heart, but I can also tell you that I was a teenage mother myself. So I stand here with a couple different stories actually to say to you that today I have a son. My oldest son is 26 years old. Yes, and we can celebrate that life. I gave birth to him when I was 17 years old. You know, we never know why. And I'm talking to all the women, young men and women out there today. We don't know why things happen in our lives, but we can know this, that our Savior has a plan. And I know that my son that stands before me today, that is 26 years old, was my lifesaver and my life changer. And He gave me another opportunity to be the best that I could possibly be. You see, I know it's not always easy to choose that route, but I will tell you there is nothing greater than to have a child look at you in your eyes and say, I love you. You are the best part of my life. Through all the struggles and all the heartbreak, all the times of having a quarter in my pocket, I can honestly share with you that He is the love of my life. Unfortunately, I did abort one, and in October Baby, I had an opportunity to be given a gift to stand before a young woman that would have been appropriately at the age that I would have aborted, the beautiful Rachel Hendricks. She stood before me, she looked me in the eyes, and it was a gift that I got to see what this young woman would look like. And you know, it's interesting to me when I meet people, they share with me, they say, wow, we didn't really like you in that first scene. We really wanted you to hug her and love her. But you see, the fact of the matter is that most women and men feel so ashamed over what they did. You see, when I got to look in the eyes of this woman, I felt shame. I felt regret. And my Savior knew that. And the moment that I walked into the next room to know that she had left me a note, I forgive you. You have been forgiven. I had an opportunity like never before than to sit on the lap of my Savior and him to say, you have been forgiven. It is done. It is over. That was an incredible moment in that journey of October Baby. And then the last part of it, to share with my husband what I had done. You see, I had to do that. My husband and I, we've been married almost 17 years now, but I had to do that years into our marriage, 6, 7 years, to tell him I couldn't give him any more babies, and I had taken the life of one. You see, what I would ask today and proclaim with all of you is to be warriors for men and women out there, that their voices would be heard, but that you would be the arms and the feet of Christ. You see, I believe our word tells us that our Savior came for the sinner. He came for the sick. And I believe that. And I believe that if we are going to win this fight and this war, that we must be the arms and the feet of Christ and say, it is okay to share your voice. Let us love on you. You know, I'll never forget, absolutely, I'll never forget being that pregnant teenage girl that felt so ashamed, that had nobody standing up for me. People said they would, but they didn't. In fact, I was kicked out, I was removed from my school, put into a school for pregnant women, and I will never forget that day of feeling ashamed, abandoned, and hurt. And I can tell you this much. When I found out I was pregnant for the second time, the only thing that rolled through my mind was not being accepted. That I was once again a failure. I would never amount to anything or succeed. And it is our job and duty to make sure that that does not happen. Listen, if we are going to ask for life, we must be willing to walk the life out with the men and women that are making the choices. That is the fact. And listen, I ask you this. You have been given a voice. Share with them your love. Give them hope, encouragement, that they can take a journey, that they will not be left and abandoned, but that they will have success, that they can achieve all things, that they can be encouraged, that they can go forward, and they will have a child by their side. That is hope. That is belief. Listen, I have traveled cities now for 2 years. I've spoken to probably 60,000 people. And I still have men and women that approach me on a regular basis that share their stories. 20 years that they have been in the church, that they have been in fellowship, that they know their Savior. But listen, when somebody approaches you that have had an abortion 20 years ago with tears streaming down their face because they have nowhere to go, because they feel ashamed, abandoned, we've got to make a difference in that. We've got to let them know that they don't have to feel that way, that they don't have to feel the shame, the rejection, but yet they can be a powerful voice to say, this is where I've been, this is where I'm going, and that is my future. And I believe that as we continue this journey together, that we can accomplish that we can share with people. And I believe wholeheartedly, like Monica said up here before, if you are going to advocate for something, you must be able to articulate. You must be able to fight the way the fight is. But first, I will ask you this. As a believer, and as I know what has come from me in the film October Baby, I believe that I was forgiven in that moment. And so my encouragement to you would continue to be the arms and the feet and the heart of Christ. That is the power. You see, I believe that we have a revival, folks, coming. And the more that we are able to share our voice, not of condemnation, not of shame, not of persecution, but yet it hurt me. Yet I went through years of not being able to have any more children. The women that feel the pain, the men that walk up and say, I believe that I was condemned for taking my girlfriend in and aborting 2 children, that I've never been able to have any babies. Listen, we must be a voice of hope. First and foremost, a voice of forgiveness. You see, what October Baby did so well is that it took you on a journey of hope. It took you on a journey of adoption. It took you on a journey of a father loving a daughter, a mother breaking down, a post-abortive woman knowing the shame and for needing the forgiveness. But October Baby, it came out saying, forgiveness is the way to go. It is a journey of hope and life. And that's exactly what we as a community, pro-life, must do. Every life is beautiful. And that man and woman that has gone through, they need to know that you believe that their life is just as important, and their voice. Continue the good fight. Thank you.
Thank you, Shari, and I recommend October Baby. It's a fantastic movie.